This is the 9th video of a series studying the 101 Laws of the Success Mindset Code. In this video, we will explore the 9th law, the law of strategic courage. Fear walks beside all of us. It whispers doubts, reminds us of our failures, and paints a picture of everything that can go wrong. But strategic courage is different. It is not blind bravery, nor reckless impulsivity. It is the ability to look into uncertainty, acknowledge it, study the terrain, and then take action anyway with clarity and intention. As we get older, fear becomes more sophisticated. It no longer screams. It negotiates. It convinces us that the risk is too big, that opportunities have an expiration date, that mistakes cost more with age. But the truth is simple. Prosperity after midlife does not come from avoiding fear. It comes from learning how to act in spite of fear. Strategic courage is not jumping off a cliff and hoping wings appear. It's walking toward a new horizon, carrying a map, a rope, and the tools you've gathered through decades of experience. It means studying the move before making it, understanding what you may gain, what you may lose, and how to adjust along the way. Many people freeze the moment they feel uncertain because they believe that prosperity requires confidence first. But confidence is the reward, not the starting point. When you act strategically, even small movements build momentum. That momentum becomes power, and power builds confidence. Imagine a man named John, a seasoned entrepreneur who dreamed of expanding his small business into a foreign market. Fear knocked hard. What if he failed? What if the world laughed? What if he put everything he built at risk? But instead of surrendering, John studied the market, sharpened his strategy, and prepared himself. He didn't deny fear. He simply refused to hand it the steering wheel. His strategic courage opened doors to new revenue, new partnerships, and a life he would have never touched if he waited for perfect safety. Now imagine Clara, who shared the same dream. She had the knowledge, talent, and desire. But fear convinced her to wait a little longer. She told herself she needed more security, more information, or a better economy. Opportunities passed. Others grew while she stood still. In the end, the price she paid was not failure. It was stagnation. She remained exactly where she always was, watching life move without her. Strategic courage prevents that. It transforms possibility into progress. To prosper in the mature phase of life, you must develop clarity of vision. Strategic courage is guided by something bigger than emotion. When you know exactly where you want to go, every decision gains purpose. Without vision, fear becomes stronger because the mind fills the unknown with catastrophe. But when you hold a clear picture of your destination, fear becomes just background noise. So ask yourself, what financial future do you want to build? More freedom, fewer debts, new income streams, legacy? The clearer the answer, the stronger your courage becomes. Some people believe courage means acting without thinking. That's wrong. Real prosperity demands calculated risk. Before making a financial move, study the possibilities, weigh the pros and cons, identify worst-case scenarios, and how you would overcome them. This does not remove fear, but it makes the path visible. You are no longer stepping into darkness. You are stepping into a hallway with lights turned on. But no matter how much you study, uncertainty will remain. There will never be perfect conditions. Waiting for complete certainty is the same as waiting for courage to appear magically. Prosperity does not reward those who wait. It rewards those who move. Life is built on adjustments. You take a step, observe, correct, and move again. Strategic courage means trusting that you can correct your course once you begin. It is the exact opposite of paralysis. It is motion. After you move, commitment becomes essential. Most financial transformations do not happen in a month. They take consistency. The first results are often invisible. Doubts may return. Friends may not understand. But strategic courage means holding the course long enough to allow compound effect to work in your favor. Think of discipline as the engine and courage as the ignition. You need both. Mistakes will happen. You might invest in the wrong tool, choose the wrong partner, or start with a strategy that doesn't align with the market. But failure does not remove the value of courage. Mistakes are tuition. They refine you. They sharpen your judgment. Every error that you study becomes a wall of protection around your next opportunity. People without strategic courage fear errors so much that they never learn. People with strategic courage turn errors into capital. There are powerful questions you can ask yourself to strengthen this mindset. How does this decision move me toward my long-term vision? What risks exist, and how can I prepare for them? What skills do I need to develop first? What emotional triggers are slowing me down? Who can I learn from that has walked this path before me? Asking the right questions is what turns fear into data and hesitation into precision. When you mature financially, prosperity is no longer just about accumulation. It becomes about freedom. Freedom of time, choice, health, dignity, and legacy. Strategic courage protects that freedom. It helps you invest in yourself, create new income streams, negotiate better, and communicate your value clearly. It prevents you from falling into the trap of waiting for the perfect moment, which never arrives. It pushes you out of comfort and into growth. People often say, "What if I fail?" But the better question is, what if I never try? The pain of regret is far heavier than the discomfort of risk. Many individuals reach later stages of life realizing that they did not lack opportunity, they lacked courage. Don't let that be your story. Courage does not guarantee success, but lack of courage guarantees stagnation. Strategic courage also helps you recognize which sacrifices are necessary. Prosperity requires letting go. Old habits, old beliefs, old patterns of spending, old environments that drain your energy. Sometimes the bravest financial decision is not about doing more, but about cutting what no longer serves you. And remember, you do not need to take giant leaps. Strategic courage can be developed through small, consistent wins. Handle a debt. Build a financial cushion. Increase your financial knowledge. Celebrate progress. Every step forward teaches your mind that you are capable. That capability becomes identity, and identity shapes destiny. As circumstances change, and they always will, strategic courage allows you to adapt without losing your sense of direction. Economic shifts, new technologies, and unexpected events will challenge your plans. But when your vision is anchored, you simply update the strategy and continue moving. Prosperity is not born from the absence of fear. It is born from the ability to move with fear as a passenger, not the driver. And when you learn to do this, doors that once seemed locked suddenly open. Strategic courage transforms anxiety into clarity, doubt into action, and potential into results. Your financial life can change at any age. What matters is the decision to act deliberately, study, prepare, adjust, and move forward. The world does not reward intention. It rewards execution. And strategic courage bridges the gap between the two. If you liked it, show it with a like, comment what you think, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe with the notifications on. Knowledge only matters when you take action. Check out the link below in the first comment and take the next step.